Kim Jong Un never ceases to surprise the world. In a bizarre turn of events, the North Korean dictator has recently launched an attack wave of trash balloons in this incident of North Korean trash balloon diplomacy. For a country like North Korea, which is usually in the news for doing things at a global level, like deploying nuclear capable submarines or shooting nuclear capable ICBM rockets off the coast of other countries, this may seem really trivial, almost humorous. But this, in fact, is a true diplomatic retaliation by North Korea. You see, using balloons to convey messages is something that both Koreas have done since the 50s. And there are a couple of reasons why. The first one is geography. See, North and South Korea have big population centers that are located very near to each other. While the Korean demilitarized zone is huge in length, stretching for more than 250 kilometers and covering the entire landmass, the width of the demilitarized zone is only about 4 kilometers, meaning that both sides have a large number of people that live near the border. And while the demilitarized zone is amongst the most heavily patrolled and defended borders in the world, with radar systems and tracking systems that look out for aerial objects, they aren't really designed to be picking up small balloons filled with trash. So the geography makes it very easy to float small balloons and them having different sorts of material. In a world which was not yet digitally connected and had very small mutual exchange of information between countries, physical propaganda was the only option, and both Koreas used to send leaflets spreading their ideologies to the other. The South Korean government abandoned this form of communication a long time ago, but it has been an effective tool used by South Korean activists to get information into North Korea. You see, what the activists are currently doing is that they are spreading what democracy means to North Korea. Even today, when we live in a world which is super connected and we are aware of what is happening anywhere in the world, North Korea still remains very different. It is a country which is not connected to the outside world. Only a handful of the very elite have access to the global world in North Korea. For the average Joe, the only information they get is through state-produced propaganda videos that glorify North Korea and portray the West and the rest of the world as hostile powers whose citizens have horrible lives, and that is why they want to destroy North Korea. Let us know in the comments if you want us to do a video about how the life of an average North Korean is different from any of you living in any country in the world. Coming back to balloon diplomacy, as the activists in South Korea are aware that the average North Korean citizen lives a very oppressed life where they have no means of opposing the state, they show them that life in democratic countries is very different, where each individual has fundamental rights. So they send propaganda leaflets, they send books, they even send videos showing that life is actually very different in democratic countries. There have been some reports of a bizarre yet wonderfully creative method that some activists use. What they do is they send videos of TV shows from other countries that are about law and criminals and due process. And they send these to North Korea, hoping that whoever plays them sees that in a democratic country, there is something called as due process, in which each citizen has rights, they have their day in court, and they get a chance to prove that they are innocent, they are not directly punished. This is something which is astonishing for somebody living in North Korea because their life is very different. Free will and fundamental rights do not exist. Well, at least that's what we know, being that none of us have actually been to North Korea. But that's a very interesting and creative way of doing things. With more and more propaganda balloons crossing into North Korea, the North Korean government has decided to use the same method and retaliate. They have strapped all kinds of trash to balloons. There have been reports of used diapers, of all kinds of garbage from homes, and all kinds of toxic material being put on these balloons and being sent into South Korea. The South Korean government and their armed forces had to respond quickly with biological and chemical response teams, and with the thought that there might be some sort of chemical or biological agents also deployed within the trash. I think with the history, almost belief the world has that North Korea has a lot of chemical weapons. That was a justified action. It is safe to report that it was just trash and it was a diplomatic incident. So far, there have been no reports of any other nefarious agents present. And Kim Jong Un's sister also gave a statement saying that this was a response to all the activist trash balloons that have been sent into North Korea. But I must say, this is one of the most humorous diplomatic incidents that has happened. And I think that there are a lot of analysts and experts out there that believe that war is coming in Korea and that war is inevitable. But I believe that such diplomatic actions show us that there is a chance that even if it is North Korean trash balloon diplomacy, it can prevail and avoid war for all our futures. Thanks for watching. For more such geopolitical content, please subscribe The Global Game and let us know what you think about trash balloon diplomacy in the comments.